Okay, preferences. Preferences lets you control various program elements. The very top one is a pop-up menu that lets you set the point size of the text in the forum. This is particularly useful if you have bad eyesight and you want the text to be larger. This controls all the forum text. The second one is called the public name. This is the name that shows up if you make a post, your username. Because your username might actually be XYZ, but you could change it to whatever. You could change it to Hello World or ABC. Whatever you put in there is what it will show up in the forums, etc. when you make posts. The next one is the pop-up menu for the sound to emit when a new post is made to the forum. Right now I have it set to none. So if you find a sound obnoxious in the forum, you go into the preferences and you set none. But you can set any other sound you want. Like let's set the railroad train. That might be a little obnoxious though. But let's keep it at none. Now, text color for posts. This is the color that'll show up when you make a post, the text color. You can set it to whatever you want. Okay, down here is called program control. This here it says flash rows that change. When you're in a stocks window, for example, stocks window, these rows flash if you have that selected when the data changes. This, if you have that set, those rows will flash, and you can even change the color that they flash. Remember open windows is on by default. That remembers where your windows are when you close them. So in other words, if you open up the window, if I have this window up here, it'll remember that when I open it again. That's pretty obvious. Now, always remember username and password is this guy. That's you're gonna kind of want that on there. Why do we even have that? Well, if it's checked, that means that you will never have to enter your username and password again on the same computer. However, why would that be an option? Well, sometimes, let's say you had two different usernames. The only way to force a log off would be to check that and then to restart the program, because then it'll ask you for your username and password. You see that. But normally you won't have to mess with that. The next box down here is for Gar's Gold forum. It's the same as the forum. You've got the sound to emit. You've got sound for new posts. But then you also have something for signature. Remember these stock signatures? If you do a stock signature alert, then this will emit a sound for when your alert is fired. The alerts are in a different video. This here keeps signature hits for a certain number of minutes. When a stock signature trips, it stays on your screen for a certain period of time, because it might hit now, but 10 minutes from now, perhaps the hit's not valid anymore. That number of minutes tells you how long to keep a previous stock signature to display. If you had that set for 2 hours, that means that that signature could still be showing even though it's 2 hours old. You got that. Last here we got program settings. There's a button for reset window positions. If for some reason your window positions get all messed up, like let's say it's off the screen and you can't access it or something, reset window positions will restore all the default window positions so you don't have to go find them or hassle them. Here's the most important button, apply changes, right at the bottom. Whatever you change on preferences, it's not going to take hold unless you click apply changes. So don't forget that.